I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where those treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. But then I am dreaming of a white.
Christmas stuff coming back. Here we go. So we're going to talk about forensics final exam. Let's do that right now, and we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to go ahead and actually stop this music, and I already did. Good. So forensic science, what do we got? Final exams coming up. So let's look at, first of all, your content. So without further ado, let's get to that. Remember, you guys, some of you, about half the class, has not registered for the final exam time slots. Don't do that last second, or don't miss that, because, well, you're just not going to get credit for the exam unless there's a lot of begging and pleading going on. So let's go right into the fade here. Hey, here we go. So final exam review, the recommendation, as you can see, if you go to final exam in your forensic science content and virtual SC, you're going to look at, well, what do they say? I'm going to close this out. Your final exam. Well, there you go. Final exam prep. What does final exam prep say to do? They say it's comprised of 50 multiple choice and or matching questions, and is made of approximately 3 to 6 questions from each unit in the course. They're tough. They're not easy. Preparing for your final exam. The best way to prepare for this exam is to use the 11 study guides found in each unit. It is strongly recommended that these study guides be completed as you work through each unit during the course. These study guides are submitted for grades. No, they're not. I'm not going to submit them for grades. However, you can send it to your instructor for them to look over and offer advice when it could be improved for your test. Now, I'm going to talk to you about your study guides in each unit and what else you can do to be very good at this exam. Be very familiar and understand each vocabulary term. You have Quizlets that are in there. Know the method used to test for different substances. Okay? Know all those. Don't just read over items in the study guide and say, oh yeah, I got that. I'm good. No. Write out things with examples so that when it comes time for exam, this is a very difficult exam. Don't underestimate this, because it's, well, my class. So just go through and do this. So, let's look at my example of what we're talking about on how to study. Let's turn editing off here. When you get into this, it's going to be, okay, yeah, remember these little things at the end? Yeah, do those. Write these down. So you have flashcard practice, vocabulary learn practice, vocabulary scatter plots, vocabulary test practice. You have a study guide in each section. Let's look at those. My computer's really slow today. It's still opening. Remember these guys. I don't see a lot of these questions about history. This is the first unit, as you may have seen. Okay, all these things. Just kind of look at them and, hey, they're not that long. Just fill them out. Okay, that's the first one. Okay. Now, Unit 2, I would say you start getting to the more of the crux of the matter, the processing. Actually, now let's go fingerprints. I saw that was a huge one. Being able to see data or fingerprints and say, okay, it's this kind of a fingerprint. Remember, there's your review activities. There's the study guide. It opens in a new window. Vocabulary flashcard practice, just saying things. Make sure you're good at that. If you don't have access to that, let me know fast. Don't sit there and go, oh, well, I'm going to wait till, No, get there and do that quickly. All right, so there's your study guide. You see how these are already entered? It's great. You have vocabulary. And I know you're going to have stuff that's going to ask you what these prints are like and what they do. Okay? And I'm not going into a lot of detail. Your final exam is on Wednesday. Not a lot of time. Distinguish between all three types of dermal skin glands and their functions. Explain your current understanding of how ridge patterns form. Know the ridge patterns and how they look immediately. Do that. You're going to need it. How you'll be taking the exam, when you get it, you're going to go into Google Classroom. You're going to hit a link, okay? And it'll take you to the test. Okay, it'll be a lot of questions that are difficult. I've seen some of them that I've made, and what Virtual SC has provided for you in the past. Okay. I'm not going through each section. Tomorrow I'll be going through, reminders and what to do. I just showed you what to study and how to study. Yes, all these things, DNA evidence, forensic toxology, and things like that. That's all in there. Please be diligent in doing that when you're studying. So we're going to end this off. Guys, continue doing a great job. You only have a couple days left. So focus, 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 focus. So let's run this out. You know how I like my little exits and entrances. We're going to, do a Christmas holiday, Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah type of, focus.
Listen and love to listen to hear. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.